Hey everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. So today we're going to be doing another inspired look for Valentine's Day. And we're going to be using the Naked Cherry Palette by Urban Decay. I have thoughts. First off, I'm not for sure what happened to my packaging here. I don't even have a clue. But I do have thoughts on this packaging. This is the look that we're going to recreate using this palette. It did come with the brush. I didn't use that brush today though. Now I will say that I did set my eye with the Hot Spot shade. I mean very lightly. I just barely touched it and then just sort of took this little brush and went over it like that. I don't know why. I generally do that when I know like things are going to be very pigmented so that they blend easier for me because I'm not a makeup artist, but I forgot who we were dealing with here. We're dealing with Urban Decay. So I will say though, it does go pretty dark. It does for like outer corner or lining. It's just not. Let's just get into it. The first shade we're going to go into is the shade Feels. It's just not what I thought it was, you all. And maybe it's been so long since I've used it. And honestly, I guess when I look at it from like recent purchases from Urban Decay, this actually isn't bad. Okay? Like when I'm looking at it like that. Because I really haven't fallen in love with any of their recent launches, to be honest. I mean, the Wild West was okay, but it wasn't my color story, you know. Where this is kind of more up my color story, especially when I was beginning it to play with shadows, to be honest. I would say that's when I really did enjoy this palette because it was just easy to work with, you know? And I kind of need that when you're just starting out in makeup. You know what I mean? Like, and not only am I just starting out, so I'm not a teenager just starting out in makeup, you know? I'm a little bit older, a lot older, but you know, so my lids are not exactly, you know, the way they used to be. But I found at the time that it was a nice palette to use. It was easy to use. It was pigmented, but like not extremely pigmented, but you could build it, but it wasn't going to like blend away either. And I mean, you can see that that shade went on nicely, you know. And again, like I said, my eyes are older and they are very deep set. Well, not very deep set, but they are deep set back, you know. And each are different, you know. They're not symmetrical. That's the word I'm looking for. So it's not so easy using shadow sometimes when trying to do a look when you have so many things being thrown at you and you're not a makeup artist, you know, you're just trying your best. But with that said, it's like these shadows do perform very lovely in the sense of you will create a very nice look. I'm going to use that same shade and just go in the lower lash line. You'll create a lovely look at pretty easy. And it's sort of like the no fuss, no muss type thing, you know? But I will say, I think these shadows are starting to dry out a little bit. Which is to be expected. I mean, I've had this for a long time now. And I don't even think you can purchase it anymore. At least not off of Sephora or Ulta. So, definitely has its highs and its lows, I suppose. The next shade we're going to go into is Bing, which is this one right here. And I'm just going to start to darken this up some. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it is a pretty easy palette as far as like creating the look. The colors all blending very nicely together, a nice gradient effect, like all that stuff. I will say this isn't an all-in-one palette though for me, because there's really not a shade light enough to go in my inner corner. And I've said it before, no big deal. I can always use my highlighter shade. But I just want to let people know, just in case you should, you know, come across this, if you're wanting it, it's not an all-in-one palette for myself. But not everybody has the inner corner highlight either. I mean, the shades blend beautifully. Look at that. Easy. Easy. Okay, we're going to take that same shade and run it across the lower lash line, except right, well, kind of right up on the lash line. We're kind of just darkening up the lower lash line as we're darkening up the lid. And I do like the way the look came out in the end too, so I'm not mad about that. We're going to go into the shade Devilish now. And again, we're just going to pop it on the outer portion here and bring it in. Just darkening up the outer corner. Now there is one more matte shade that's darker than this, and it's called Privacy. And I actually was going to go into that shade to darken this up, but I decided not to because I wanted to line with that shade instead. So that's kind of what I did. So this is really as dark as I take it personally, but you could go one more darker. Now there's some mattes in here you could use also, or not mattes, metallic shimmer shades, whatever. But I kind of just stuck with the mattes when it comes to, you know, building up depth and stuff. So they say. Honestly, I just apply the shadow the way I think it belongs. Am I right? Am I wrong? I have no idea. To me, you know your face. So when you start playing with makeup, it's like you're gonna know kind of better than, you know, I mean, not better than a makeup artist, but better than, like, say, me at doing your makeup. And as long as you feel comfortable wearing it, that's all that really matters to me, in my eyes. Now, to each their own. But I get frustrated with my makeup because I know I can never make it look like a makeup artist, right? But I used to get frustrated watching these tutorials and my eye looks would never come out the same. Well, there's a reason for it. It's not my profession, you know? I don't have the eye for it like they do. So I just kind of place shades and colors where, like, I think they belong, right or wrong, and then at the end of the day, as long as I personally like the look, that's all that matters in my book. Now we're just going back and forth pretty much to build up colors. And I like this little brush here. It's a Morphe F07. It's soft and it's so tiny. It just can fit anywhere and do, I mean, and it blends nice too. So not only will it place this product, but it will blend it nicely. I just really have been enjoying this little brush here. It's kind of cute. Kind of cute, if I say so. Okay. Then we're going to take this shade Bang Bang right here, and I'm going to pop it on the lid. Now, I'm going to let you know right off the bat, these metallic shades are nothing like what you're going to get in any other palette nowadays. Urban Decay's metallic shades, I think, are probably the weakest out of all of them. I used to think Tarte was too, but man, whatever they're doing over there with their newer formula is got me impressed. I'm like in love with it. I really like what Tarte's doing now. And then Too Faced, it's just a little bit better than this, but again, not by much. So keep that in mind. I mean, you can definitely see it's there, but, and again, maybe that's all you want, is just a little bit of, yep, it's there, something's there, you know? In which case, this is definitely maybe, you know, what you're wanting. Or if you're just beginning and you don't know yet, it could be what you're wanting. But other than that, it's really not my favorite metallic. I won't lie. Now we're going to go into that very dark shade that I was talking about, Privacy. This one right here. And we're just going to line the top lash line and the lower lash line with it. Wonder, oh, there's my mirror. I was like, I really don't want to use the palette mirror. I will if I have to, but I don't want to. And we're just going to line. I kind of just shove it up into my lashes, to be honest. And it doesn't have to be perfect, to be honest, either, because you kind of really don't see it once you put your mascara on, is what I'm coming to realize. But with me, I don't know, I can't help it. It's like, it's got to be perfect, and if I mess up, I got to try to fix it, and I need to stop that, because really, in all honesty, you don't see this line once you put mascara on. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the lower lash line. I'm putting it right up on the lashes. I'm just sort of pushing it right up in there. Again, same thing. You're not really going to see this once you put your mascara on. And if somebody is that close to your face to where they could, I might be telling somebody back up a little bit, you know, because I don't think anybody should be that close to your face, by no means. Okay. Then I'm going to go back into that darker shade, or not the darkest shade, the devilish shade that I used on that outer corner, to darken that up a little bit more, because I think I have it darker on the other side than this side. But all these shades just blend so beautifully into one another that it is crazy. And then with nothing left on the brush, once I did that, I just went ahead and used it to kind of smear it all together down there. I did the same thing on this side. Just to be doing it, to be honest. No other reason. both sides the same. Now, because I said this didn't have like a highlighter shade for me, what I also bought with the Naked palette was the Naked Urban Decay Cherry Highlight and Blush Palette. And that is what I'm wearing today for blush. I'm wearing this shade right here. And then I just mixed these two shades for my inner corner. And for my highlight all over my face. So I'm going to do the same thing now. I am just going to take a brush and mix the two shades together. Pick up a little bit of that one and a little bit of that one. And then just put it on my inner corner. Like that. Because why not? It's part of the same line, you know? So, to me, it should work. And it does. And then for, where was I going? Oh, for eyeliner, for top and bottom, I use the Charlotte Tilbury, the Mesmerizing Maroon in the matte side to line my waterline with, top and bottom. And I think this worked out pretty good, choosing this. I was going to choose the shimmery side, the more sparkling side, the metallic side. I'd get it eventually. But when I put it on, it did kind of make my eyes look really sickly almost. So I didn't do that. And then for bronzer, I tried to use this. Do y'all remember this? The Naked Skin. I tried to use the powder side. And oh my. It turned out okay in the end. But no. And maybe it was my brush. I really don't know. I'm going to have to really play a little more with this. But, like, it doesn't smell bad yet. Love how I say yet, you know? But it's got the cream side, too. And then it's just, I don't know why I bought this, to be honest. It's for the medium dark shift. Like, I should know better. Like, I ain't ever gonna be that experienced, you know, to need that. And why I purchased it, I'll never know. I just felt like, oh, I need it. I need it for sure. I did not need that thing. And I think at the time also, when I purchased it, I did get it. It was on sale at, I believe, Ulta, if I'm not mistaken. And I got it. And thought, well, I could try to start playing in, like, the cream part. But I should have known better because, like, I don't really do cream. And it just never turns out good when I do. But I'm going to be honest. That was my Surratt eyelash curler. And then for the top lashes, I'm going to use the It Cosmetic Superhero for mascara. But yeah, I'm not really for sure why. I mean, it wasn't like I was out that much money because, like I said, it was good. It was at least 50% off. It could have been 75% off the retail price when I purchased it. And I mean, I guess I could always, you know, try it. But, like, I don't have time to mess up, like, while doing my makeup. You know what I mean? Because, like, I film every day. But Sunday. So, I mean, I guess I could do it, and then if it went, like, film me trying that, and then if it went bad, it went bad. If it went good, it went good type thing. I'm not really sure how to film that, though, because, like, could you imagine if I filmed this entire routine? Like, I don't know about you all. I mean, I can definitely do my makeup very quickly, if need be, right? I'm not going to have, like, everything on. You know, I may put, like, foundation, concealer, maybe a little bit of bronzer and blush, 2 shadows, one matte, one shiny, one for the lid, maybe not highlighter, and most likely I'm going to throw on like the Tarte Juicy Lip Plump or the Mario Lip Plump gloss on my lips. But that's it. Like, I'm not going any further if it has to be quick, because I can't do it. Because like when I want to play, I want to play, you know? So, yeah. And then for the bottom lashes, we're going to go into the Lancome Depth and Seals, and then we will be done. I believe Urban Decay definitely had its place, and I don't know if it still has its place. I mean, definitely for beginners, I could see, but I don't know, like, I feel like obviously they're not changing, and maybe they don't need to. Maybe they're doing just fine where they're at, you know, and that's cool. It's just not something really that there's very little anymore that I'm so excited for from them, and I hate that, because I feel like from my learning and you know, watching stuff, like Urban Decay was like a pioneer in a sense. Like, they came out with the palettes first, you know? So I kind of feel like, not that we owe, but almost like I don't want to forget them, because like they started something, and I just want them to stay in it, you know what I mean, in a sense. I don't know if I'm making any sense at all, but this is the final look using the Naked Cherry palette. Overall, it's a cute little palette, but honestly, I don't go into these very often. I can't even tell you the last time I actually went into one of these palettes. I mean, unless it's a newer one, in which case I did it to review it. But other than that, I don't pull for them. And I really need to, and maybe that's something I will get back to. I don't know. We'll see. But that's all I have for you today. I hope this video helped. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all. That way you're notified when I upload. I upload, like I said, every day but Sunday. I don't have a life. My kids are at school through the week, so you know. And then on weekends, I get ready to go do something with them. So I kind of just have nothing else to do. So, and I like to play in the makeup. And I figure, hey, maybe somebody may need some information from a beginner point of view. But that's all I have. I will see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye.